All right, great. So welcome again to Lower Body Strengthening and Balance. So today's class, it's a little bit on the moderate side, not too challenging, but not too easy. And we'll touch every aspect from stretching to balance work to some lower body strengthening. So again, unless you guys have any questions, we can get the warm-up going. So we'll get that. So as far as equipment, today we will just need a chair, maybe a small rag, water, and if you have a small golf ball or a tennis ball, that'd be great too. So yes, you grab those items. I have them on nearby, so give you guys a little bit of time to look for those. And yeah, other than that, other announcements. The class does end next, or these classes for the summer term ends next Thursday. So we have this full week and then next week, and then we have 2 weeks off, and then we start with the fall term. So just a heads up. But let's go ahead and start with the warm up. So let's start light. Let's go left, right. You guys can continue that for another 15 seconds. I'll be right back. Continue that movement. Now up and down. This rain woke me up at 4 this morning. It was really loud. And let's go neck circles. Let's make sure you're touching your shoulders, your upper back, your chest. Slower the better. We just want that range of motion right now. All right, switch directions. All right, let's do some arm circles. And let's reverse. Single arm windmills. Let's reverse. All right, left arm. Reverse. It'd be nice if the weather stayed like this. I like the cold. It's not really cold, but it's not hot.
Yeah, it was nice last night.
Yeah.
Listening to the rain.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Let's go ahead and get our hands together, reach up towards the sky. I think it was Saturday that was a bit musty or musky. Like it was fine for most of the morning, and then around 2 p.m. it got pretty humid. All right, let's lean right. Let's stretch your ribs and your back. Switch it. Left. trunk rotation, so arms up, and slowly just start turning left to right. All right, let's go ahead and do some ab circles. So let's cut left, cut across, come back. Very good. Awesome. Last one. All right, great. All right, let's go with hula hoops. So white stance and big circles. So again, remember during those 2 weeks that we won't be meeting, you guys could always go to the YouTube channel and pick, some of the random. You don't have to be in order. You guys could, stay active and pick some of those. But yeah, and then we'll start again in the fall. I'll try and find some new movements, some new stretches, or new lifts we could do just to switch it up a little bit. But since we do each class once a week, at least we're touching every joint, muscle group. And if you guys have any suggestions, we could always switch one of the days or add some new component if you guys would like to. I'd just like to have most of the class in consensus if you want to add a little bit more balance, maybe to our cardio and core day or do something else. All right, let's switch. I know earlier this year, late or fall of 2020, we had a few folks that really liked the cardio and core and wanted some class to be more active. We had a lot of students, maybe in like their early to mid 20s, early 30s, maybe wanted a little bit more energized work. So I know a lot of those folks return back to work, so we don't see them as often. But if there's any component or something different you just want to try out, we can always do that. So, all right, so let's go ahead and start with our hip openers. So we're gonna do these slow. So drive that knee up and then knee out and back in. Make sure your hips are facing forward. Okay. I'm not sure. Did my camera freeze for a little bit?
No, it didn't.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Miranda. Yeah, I was moving my legs and the people I could see had frozen, so I wasn't sure if it was my end or not. Or maybe we do something in one of these classes that you guys are just over it and maybe you guys feel like it's not helping. So like I said, I'm open to all suggestions. If you guys have any ideas. All right, now we're gonna do high knee marches and we're gonna do these slowly. Again, we sacrifice mobility for balance on this one. We do them slower, okay? So we're gonna just go slow, and back. if that seems too easy, you could try these by closing your eyes. Also working our balance. All right, let's find a counter, a shelf. Let's do some leg swings. Okay. Once we found those, let's go 15 each leg. All right, let's switch. All right, let's face and go horizontal or across our body. All right, once you're done, let's switch. All right, awesome. All right, let's go to the hamstring stretch. So slight bend at the knees. Just slide our hands down our shins. Try to bring your chest towards your knees. All right, reach a little bit more. Bring those knees back. Relax those knees. And slowly, let's come back up. All right, very good. All right, another balance one and stretching at the same time. Quad stretch. So hold right above your ankle. Pull back. Switch. So I went to an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant this weekend, and you guys wouldn't believe how many pounds I gained on one sitting. So it's one of those places that if you don't finish what you ordered, you get charged more. So I felt obligated to eat everything I had previously ordered. Let's go ahead and do the deep squat stretch. So yeah, so usually you have 3 rounds to order, and you know, so after the first round, you have a an idea of how hungry you are. After the second one, you're kind of like, okay, I could eat maybe one or two more. And so yeah, so this time I got there before they were closing. So they just let me order all at once. So that's why I didn't have an idea of how full I was going to be. Anyways, long story short, I gained 8 pounds that night. So
But they didn't let you take some home?
it was going to be $1 per piece. And yeah, and I knew I was in a bad position when I thought I was done, and then the waiter shows up with 6 more rolls, and each roll was 6 pieces. So I was like, okay, like, no, this could be either $30 or $70. So yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Let's get off our heels on our toes. But yeah, I think yesterday I had some salads, I had some fiber, I had healthy dishes. So yeah, so I'm good. But yeah, all right, let's drop those heels. All right, we're gonna, before we get down on the chair, we're gonna go with the Romberg stance for balance. So yeah, so if you guys are interested, this spot is in Cerritos. So just if you guys ever want sushi. All right, so we're gonna go with the Romberg stance. Let's grab some water if you like. We're gonna in Romberg stance, just feet right next to each other. Super simple pose right here. Okay, let's look up and down. It's an easy stance, but if we have poor balance, this could be, a challenge. Left to right. Eyes closed. All right, now we're gonna elevate our right foot about ½ an inch from the ground. Okay, so we're just standing on our left foot. We're slightly hovering over the ground with our right foot. So you might feel some pressure on your ankle, on your left arch. And again, we want to just hover right over where if we feel unsafe, we could just quickly set our foot down. Just slightly above the floor where, you can maybe slide a piece of paper under your foot and the floor. All right, let's switch. Left foot, elevate that slightly. Let's close those eyes. Do some shaking, possibly. All right, very good. Okay, now we're going to transition to some more mobile balance exercises or movements. So next one we're going to do is the standing Jane Fonda. So again, we're just going to stand here. Let's go with the right leg first. We're going to do 12 of these. So we're just going to bring it out slowly and back in. And make sure when you bring it back in that you're still elevating it. You don't want to make sure that it's not making contact with the ground. We're doing 12 of these. All right, once you've done 12, let's switch. Okay, very good. Feel those glutes, those lats, getting a little bit sore. Go ahead. If you have a comfortable floor, you're fine. If I have a hardwood floor, so I'm going to use the yoga mat. But we're going to do the rock and rolls here. So we're going heels to toes, and we're just alternating. And we're going to do this for about 30 seconds. I'm barefoot, so doing this on my heels irritates them a little bit. So back and forth. And the sun's coming out. All right, very good. Okay. Put the mat away for now. We'll be using it after. Okay, next one we have is walking the tightrope. Okay, so this one, again, we don't want our feet touching when we're alternating in front of the other. We do want about half an inch gap. Just walking a tightrope. Go forward. A little slower is better. And then we kind of go back. And just again, but the second time around, what I want you guys to do is to try to do it on your forefoot. Okay? So we're going to do it on our forefoot, just on our toes. So you're going to feel a little bit of pressure on your calves, on your arches. Make sure your heel is off the ground. There's less surface area, so that means, balance is going to be a little bit off. That's okay. That's what we're working on. And your calves get a little nice workout with that. Okay. And the next one we're going to do is just, again, it's like the 60 squats around the clock. But this one we're just going to do not a squat, but we're just going to bring our right leg to 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. Okay. And we're just changing our center of mass lightly. And we'll just do 3 with each leg. Okay. 3 circles. Left leg should be counterclockwise. Okay. Very good. All right. I don't want to get too far ahead with stretches. I do want to add some strengthening component there. So you guys could grab your dumbbells. You guys have them nearby. Go ahead and grab those. Okay. So if your dumbbells, we're going to do RDLs here, okay? So these are almost like the hamstring stretch, but with weights, it's going to become a strengthening movement. Okay, so slight bend of the knees. We're going to bring those dumbbells down and then back up to our sides. And down, back to the sides. We're going to do 12 of these. So slight bend at the knees, making sure those knees aren't locked. So let's do 12 of these. 2 more. Last one. All right, once done, let's grab a chair. Thanks for the chair. You can have a drink of water if you like. Again, we're going to do a few exercises here with the chair. First one, I'm just going to bring that knee up to our chest. Just hold it as long as we can. Feel that stretch by the glute, that upper hamstring. All right, let's put our hands behind our knee, and then let's just do some extensions, some knee extensions here. You should feel those hamstrings by your forearms, lengthening and shortening as your lower leg extends. Okay, let's go with the left leg. Left one's tighter on me. And sometimes when you do leg exercises, you'll feel that tightness or soreness come along 2 days after. For some reason, legs do that. All right, let's get our arms behind our leg. Let's extend. All right, performance stretch. So bring that heel, right heel over that left knee. Let's push down on that knee or lean towards it. Okay, let's bring that knee to our chest. Slug it out. Nice stretch on that hamstring performance area. Okay, let's switch. Left leg over that right knee. Press down. And let's bring that knee up to our chest. All right, very good. Okay, we're gonna put our hands at the edge of our chair and we're gonna go up and down here. Some mobility work, some leg lifts. Should be working, activating that quad muscle. So about 5 more of these lifts. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, so let's do 15 as well on this left leg. Ready? There you go. Keep that leg straight. All right, very good. All right. And we'll do the seated hip openers now. So this one I do like because it kind of does keep your hips fixed. You almost can't cheat on these unless you rotate your body. So again, let's just bring those knees in and out. We'll do 10 on each leg. Man, we have a lot of faces today. I think I've seen over 20 people sign in. Thank you again, I appreciate it. All right, let's switch.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's kind of odd when you're out in public and you sneeze, you feel judged now. Every time I'm out and I sneeze, I'm like, oh man.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
I almost go and hide, trying to hold my sneeze and go and hide.
Yeah, I know. And I like that weird sensation on your nose after you sneeze. So yeah, it's not the best feeling to hold them in. Now we're gonna do the standing up exercises from the chair. So remember, we're not using our hands. First, we're gonna go with both legs, and then we're gonna do with one leg at a time. So we're gonna do 12 with both our legs. So again, if you guys feel like this is too easy, grab those dumbbells and put them on your lap, and you guys could use them for a little bit more resistance. Okay. So again, just try to push off with your heels, and as you're getting up, if you feel like you're struggling, try to separate your knees out, and that will activate your glutes. Okay. All right, so 12 of these. So we just 1. And again, if you feel like you're having a hard time, just use those knees, bring them out a little bit. And try not to rock back and forth. Don't use that momentum, just reset. Last one. And good. All right, let's give our glutes a little bit of rest. While we're resting them, let's go ahead and do some ABCs with our ankles. Let's do one ankle at a time. And then we'll transition back to the single leg stand-up squat. Once we've done one leg, you can switch it to the other one. I went to the Orange County Fair last week, and usually, you always see some type of like crazy new dessert that's deep fried in chocolate and something else. This year, I don't think I saw anything new, but I did see that there was like a competition for cookies and baked goods, so I was kind of watching that for a bit. ankles are a little bit sensitive. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead with the single leg standing up squat. So let's go with the right leg first. If you guys remember, we're not resting on the rest of our chair, and then our left leg is gonna be elevating, and we're just using our right leg to stand up. Okay, try not, if you need to, you could push up with your hands, but we really just want to use our body. Okay, so again, it's gonna be standing up in this position, that right leg elevated. And I find that it helps if you almost claw down at the floor with your right foot. Probably does help me too that I'm flat-footed and I have a lot of surface area. Make sure that left foot is elevated. And I really try to activate my glute on my way up. All right. Whew, that's tiring. All right. To rest our leg a little bit, let's just elevate it and let's just do some leg extensions here. So the leg extensions is just going to lengthen and shorten that hamstring that we're just activating. So just to cool it down a little bit. You don't want it to cramp up. Sometimes that's when muscles cramp up after you finish a hard workout or a hard movement, and then you just go back to sitting down, and then your muscles need a slow cool down. All right, left leg. So right leg elevated, pushing up that left leg. Ready? Here you go. So let's 12 again. More. Oh man. Doesn't seem like we're doing much, but that's a pretty demanding movement. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and put that chair away. We're good for now. A little bit of water. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna go with the tandem stance. Okay, so tandem stance is gonna be with our right foot in front of our left foot. First, we're just gonna stand here for 30 seconds or so. Very light. The last the chair squats just made me sweat a little bit. Got more. Okay, now we're gonna look up and down. Right, left to right. Now we're going to close our eyes. Remember, if you feel like you're falling, just separate your legs, increase your surface area, open your eyes. Try to grip with the bottom of your feet. Try to grip that floor. Try to open those eyes. Let's go ahead and grab that small rag. Ask you guys to get. Let's fold it up a few times. Okay. A couple more folds. So again, remember your right heel and your left forefoot are on that rag. So you're like at a little pyramid. You're standing here. The more awkward that little bunch of rag that you just bunched up or folded, better. And let's close our eyes for a few seconds. And let's open them. All right. Very good. We can hop off that. We'll use it again for the other talent stance we'll be doing. Okay, let's go ahead and set up our yoga mat. Let's take a quick little break if you need to. Bathroom break if needed. Quick little break. All right. Just check the chat. All right. Here we go. Yeah, it's just checking the comments, and yeah, there's a couple folks stating how just getting off the chair can be a tough one. You know, we always depend on our arms. Sometimes we're just leaning on one side, but when it's just your legs, yeah, it could be demanding. So yeah, but you'll see. Grab a gym membership, and you might find yourself at the squat rack at a gym here with the bar pressing and exploding. Who knows? So let's go ahead and start with our quadruped exercises. So, okay. So these here are going to be our quadruped ones. So I really like doing these because it's hard to find you know, movements that are going to incorporate balance of our upper body, and this is one of them. Besides planks, you know. But all right, so let's position our knees right below our hips and our wrists right below our shoulders, and we're going to do 12 on each side. So again, left arm goes up, right leg goes up, hold for 3 seconds, and then we're going to switch. Okay, and try to stay as straight as possible. Okay, and hold it for, like I said, 3 seconds. 12 on each side. Some is going to take a little bit longer. Like I said, this one's also working our core. And about halfway through. Some takes longer, but it's working our upper body, our core, everything. It's full body workout here. About 3 more per side. Last one on each side. All right. Ooh, it's tiring. All right, you could do the bunny pose from here. So if you guys remember that, just have your feet flat on the floor, bring your glutes back to your heels, have your arms stretched out and your head down. You could drop your elbows if you like. Stay here for about 30 seconds. All right, and then just to do the puppy pose, so keep your hips over your knees, reach with your arms, you can drop those elbows, and then just head down. So that on your upper back. Relax. Okay. Let's go back to the quadruped position, and we'll alternate them. So I know our arms can get tired when we're in this position for a while. Let's go ahead and start with donkey kicks, okay? So let's bring our bottom of our foot towards the sky, and then let's alternate. I we usually do one leg at a time, but I would like for you to hold each pose for about 3 seconds. So that glute, the hamstrings are really activating in this position. One. All right. Let's go ahead and get on our side. Clamshells. Is this anyone's favorite one? Josefina? No? All right, so clamshells, you guys remember, on our side, slight bend, pretty good bend at the knees, hip over hip, knee on knee, ankle on ankle. We're separating the knees and then bringing them back together. And try to hold that separation for about 3 to 5 seconds. And bring them back. Should feel that glute activating. Three more. Last one. Good. sides. Oh, my glutes are sore already. All right. We're almost in August. My goodness. Just start with that side. Very good. Okay. Next one, again, lower body is our lower back too. So at least my idea is, so let's just roll over on our bellies. Let's go on our elbows. Light stretch of our lower back. Let's go ahead and put our hands on our sides. And then now we're going to push up with our arms. Get a bigger stretch in that lower back. The deeper breaths you take, you could probably go extend a little bit more. Yeah, Christina. Relax. We're gonna do one for our quad. We do want our dumbbell right in front of us. It's the one where we're bringing our leg over the dumbbell. It doesn't have to be a dumbbell. It could be a water bottle. Make sure it's closed. So go ahead. Dumbbell. Again, we're gonna be between my legs right here, and I'm just gonna bring going over. And I do want to be upright. I don't want to be slouching back here. I do want to be upright. The more upright we are, the more it's working our hip flexors. So I'm just gonna go up and over 12 times. Try to keep that leg hovering. Make sure it doesn't touch the ground. Woo! So on that hip joint. All right. Ready? We're gonna go with that left leg now. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Begin. And if you guys feel like the class is too light right now, you guys want to do more, let me know. We'll get up and do some crazier stuff, more active. But I think right now, this is a good way to start the week, especially if you don't work out over the weekend. Sometimes it can be too much if you don't do anything all weekend and go hard on Monday, and you're just kind of tired the rest of the week again. All right, last one. Right. Woo. Okay. All right. After that, we're gonna go back on the mat. I do want to spend some time on the yoga mat. So this one is one of my newer favorite ones. Is we go again like a Jane Fonda, where we're gonna go back first and then up. Okay? So it's like I wouldn't call it a reverse Jane Fonda, but maybe like a step back Jane Fonda, because you almost slide back or step back, then you go up, then back. Make sure you bring that leg back first, go up, down, and forward. Again, this one is a good one if you have tight hips. Sometimes tight hamstrings could cause lower back issues. Like I mentioned before, that was the root of my back problems was my hamstring. How poorly I was driving. More. 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 Ooh. Well on our back. Okay. All right, we're gonna transition to bridges, okay? Bridges are gonna work on our glutes and our hamstrings. Before we start, just reach out. Again, get stretched out with your arms. Try to reach behind you. With your feet, try to reach in front of you and just stretch, stretch, stretch. Full body stretch. And before we start the bridges, what I want you guys to do is we're going to stretch out our hamstrings a little bit. So we're going to bring, almost like the chair exercise, we're going to bring our knee towards our chest. I want you guys to hold your leg with both hands right under your knee, or behind your knee, I'm sorry. And once you're there, I want you to start doing leg extensions. Okay. So start extending that leg to that hamstring. A good one if you ever have tight hamstrings. This one will help with that. What you can do too is just grab a hold of your knee, maybe on the side, and then try to drop it to the side. So you get some better visual here. Nice. So I'm gonna bring that knee here. I'm gonna grab it from this side, and I'm gonna push towards the outside, almost like a hip opener. But now I'm applying pressure with my hand, and you should feel a nice stretch on that hip flexor, at least on this right side right now. That's it. Let's bring that left knee towards our chest. Hold right behind your knee with both hands. And once you're there, let's just do some leg extensions. Bring that knee closer to our chest. And then let's bring it out to the outside. Let's push down on it. All right, reset that knee. Let's bring both knees towards our chest. Just kind of hold it. That's okay. So now we're gonna do bridges. So we'll do bridges, a couple more balanced ones, and then we'll cool down and we're done for today. Not too bad. All right, so bridges again, almost like if we're prepping for a sit-up. We're gonna go both legs and then we're gonna go single legs, almost how we did with the chair. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 of each. So let's do these with the hold of 5 seconds. Grab your hands out, but ready, and up, hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. That's how long we want each one to be, okay? We're gonna do 9 more. Ready, okay, go. Down, up, squeeze those glutes, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 2 more, down, up. Last one, up. Good. And rest those legs, just extend them. I don't know about you guys, but my glutes are on fire already. So they'll be sore the rest of the week. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and do single leg bridges. Okay. So this one, we're gonna go. Let's actually rest our glutes first. Let's get on our side. Let's do some Jane Fondas. Okay. So Jane Fondas, let's just do 15 of them. At your own pace. Not too fast, but control it. Just want to make sure that those bridges are quality bridges and we're not just doing them mediocrely. Once you've done 15, you can roll over. Switch sides. All right. This is our last floor one before we do the other talent stance that we haven't done yet. All right, so we're gonna do 8 of these. Right leg up, that right leg. Ready, up, down, up, down, up. Squeeze those glutes. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 3 more. Up, down. 2, up, down. Last one. Up, down. Very good. Ooh, the left hamstring is kicking in. All right. Now, right leg is working. Left leg is elevated. Ready? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 3 more. Up, down, up, down. Last one. Up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and down. Whew. Yeah, ladies. All right, let's just do the tandem stance with the left foot in front of our right. Get some water if you need to. We're almost there. How you feeling, Debbie? Good? All right. Cherise, we good? All right. Julio, you're good? Yeah, I'm okay. All right, here we go. So left foot in front of our right. Okay, tandem stance. Moravia, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm getting tight already.
Lena, I got Lydia, Nancy, Susan, Coco. Ellie. All right, left to right. Sprinkling outside. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out a good recipe for potatoes. I think potatoes, unless they're like drenched in oil or butter,
Oh, so tight.
you know, they're not that great. All right, up and down. Yeah, I had some the other day. I seasoned them.
If you get one of those like there's like an olive oil, but it just like kind of mists it, and you cut them thin, you put them in the oven, you cook them in the oven with some seasoning. It's really good. You make your own fries that way without
And I
frying.
went to Costco yesterday. I tried finding an air fryer, but yeah, they were sold out. So let's close our eyes. But yeah, that's what I heard. And I love sweet potato fries. But yeah, it's, you know, I should just invest a minute or two of my time if I'm willing to wait 50 minutes in the oven to just cut them up. But yeah, I just cut them and dice them, and yeah, I have a hard time.
I think I saw air fryer on sale at Bed Bath and Beyond,
Ooh.
but you can check out the ad, and they accept coupons even if they're expired.
Oh wow. Okay, I'll do it. Try it. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that small rag. Fold it a few times. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of athletes that part of their diet is to consume a lot of calories, and their diets composed of mainly protein and carbohydrates. And one of the guys was saying a challenge, and I've seen a lot of people try to do like a eating 10,000 calories in a day or even 20,000 calories. But that's kind of easy if you could just grab like a handful of peanuts or avocados and pizza and just have a soda. It kind of goes down. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start with the cool down. So let's just get our mat together. Right. But this athlete was gonna eat 10,000 calories, but they were all clean calories. And the difference between clean calories and dirty calories, I'm sure a dirty calorie would be like a Twinkie, a pizza, not the healthiest. Bring that left heel in, right leg back. And clean calories would be like oatmeal, maybe egg whites, brown rice or white rice. So just like healthy stuff that your food, your body has a lot of nutrients, and they're not just empty calories. So this athlete was gonna eat 10,000 clean calories, and oh man, his meals were something else. I think he he had 5 or 6 meals, ranging in between 1,500 calories to 2,000 calories. But by the fourth meal, he was kind of tired. He said that his jaw was bothering him from chewing so much. Just eating all day. And so for his fourth meal, he throws in a huge piece of salmon in the oven, and he has, one of those preheated bags of rice he just throw in the microwave, and feeds a family of 4. He had a bag and a half of that, and so he cooked it all, and he threw it in a blender. He threw that in a blender, and then he added water so it could be, more watered down. But let's go ahead and do the performance stretch. So right leg over left, and bring it across. So he added the water to his shake of salmon and rice, but all the rice absorbed the water. So it just made, like, instead of making a shake of salmon rice, it ended up being more like a pudding. And it took him about an hour and a half to finish that meal. But yeah, it was just disgusting watching the guy do that. Bad. Let's switch. But he ended up eating the 10,000 calories. Most people eat 2,000, Left heel in, right leg out. Try to bring that chest towards your thigh, your knee. Both heels in. Remember, tomorrow we do have strength and conditioning, so full body workout tomorrow. if you guys are planning on returning in the fall, which I hope you do, I think you could switch it up a little bit more if you guys are able to get resistance bands. Like I said, I've seen some for great prices, between $12 and $20 at Ross or Kohl's. And it just, I know it's a little bit of money to spare for a class, especially a free class, but I think it'll be worth it just to change it up a little bit.
I
Otherwise,
think I got mine for $6 at Ross,
oh,
but I only
wow.
got 3.
Was it the ones with the handles or the loops that go around the legs?
The loops.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great price too, because I got mine for 15. Let's cross our legs and lean forward. So if you guys are able to get those at a great price, I would. And then but yeah, we could do quite a bit with the ones with handles as well. Because it's a lot cheaper to buy resistance bands than buying a bunch of different weights. And weights take up so much space. I mean, about a quarter of my living room here is just equipment. I need to store some of this stuff. All right, last one. We're gonna go with our left heel in, right leg back, back. You guys are still drinking water. If it's not too hot, go for a walk. Get the legs moving. And let's switch. My team's first race is a month from tomorrow, so pretty excited to finally race again after a year and a half. Are you guys keeping up with the Olympics?
I watched us win the gold last night, the swimmers.
Nice.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
I was watching gymnastics, and then the triathlon. But yeah, some of these athletes are so talented, and yeah, it's crazy how good they are.
I watched the beach volleyball, and I never noticed that they had to wear bikinis before. And did you guys hear about the controversy with that? How the Norwegian team refused and wore shorts, and then they got fined?
No, I saw that Germany on their gymnastics teams, they usually, wear like a smaller one piece, and they opted to wear a full length outfit. But there wasn't any issues there. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's a different story for beach volleyball. Yeah, that's
I read an hysterical article last night that was a spoof on the bikini